Disclaimer here, before you continue watching this video, this is not going to be like how to make money. This is just my money plan, what I want to do to get to the money that I want. I've always sucked at money. So if I ever gave you advice on money, please, you have to go. Now here's my money mindset. Well, it has recently changed, like let's say one and a half years. But before that, I didn't really care. I just cared about making videos, and what job I do on the side didn't matter. And because like back then I still had low self-esteem, low self-worth, I kind of opted for low-paying jobs and low-worth jobs, if that makes sense, like dishwashing. Even then, I still thought of it as it's not that mind demanding, and so I can use the other time that I have to making videos. Now one could say, hey, you know, if you want to become a YouTuber, you're making videos, why don't you do something like that on the side? And since you're a student, a university student, you can actually do that too, but just work as a working student. That way you can gain some experience there, and that's like kind of a foot in the door. You can build YouTube up on the side. But why am I not doing that? Again, because I still think that I want to use that time to making as many videos as possible, to editing and gaining my skill set there. And I just want to use as much time as possible for that. Is it good? Is it bad? Again, nobody can say. From experience standpoint and career-wise, then perhaps not. But if you're talking about just improving skill set, maybe gaining confidence a little because you're building your content portfolio through that, then perhaps, yeah. If I'm going to be completely honest, the approach of getting a job that is kind of relevant and going in the same direction as like making videos or social media or anything that I'm doing right now is probably a better choice. But that's just not the route that I'm taking. I've not taken that for many years. Maybe it has become a habit. Maybe it's because of the way I still think about this whole university thing, and that I'm still kind of captured, and I feel like, okay, if I work, then I will have less time to making videos and to making my dreams come true, my dream come true. It's kind of contradicting, because back then in the past, yes, I had all of the time. I could have, again, used a lot of that time to making my dream come true. But then I had this self-sabotaging behavior. So I had a lot of time, but yet I used that time to smoking, to maybe binge watching Netflix, and it was just horrible. A lot of procrastination. So again, it's contradicting, right? Because this mindset of like, oh, you're still kept in a place where you're not really in control of your life, and maybe it's like, what if it doesn't work out? And then it's kind of like interwoven in every aspect. But now fast forward to right now. I don't have a job. I am still a student. I still get student loans until the end of, I think, August of 2023. And the reason why the student loan, for instance, extended is because of Corona. So I'm lucky. And again, I want to say this, that I am lucky in a lot of ways. I've gotten the opportunity of getting student loans. I got all of the time to educating myself on other things, and because I can memorize things in my own way, for exams, just to receive a pass grade was doable for me. I wanted to tell you guys that, because I don't want to say that I'm unlucky despite the stuck situation thing. This camera, for instance, I also got because of student loans. I mean, a lot of things that I could buy was because of student loans. I'm a lucky bastard. The money mindset that I had back then, I felt really bad for receiving student loans, because I'm like, hey, I'm getting student loans. What about others who they have to work and they study, and here I am not working and studying something, and I get student loans? Holy cow. I didn't think that I deserved it, especially because I was also studying something that I didn't really want to study. And therefore, this deserving part is even more exaggerated. And yeah, so I had the dishwashing job. I did that a couple of times actually. That's my work experience. Couple of dishwashing jobs. I had that like at 3 or 4 places. And the latest job that I had is a cabin job. Great experiences. The cabin job, that is actually when I started memorizing all of Andrew Huberman's stuff, because when you're in a cabin, you don't have to do anything. You just go up and you get like 5 minutes in the cabin. I used that time to memorize Andrew Huberman's stuff. I had a lot of time. Even though it was work, there was a lot of time for memorizing things. Even in the very early morning, I can make videos, like short videos, maybe for TikTok or shorts. It doesn't sound like the best job for others, and if I tell this job to others, they would say, hey man, you're smarter than that. A cabin? Really? To be honest, like now when I actually go back to my father's place, because that's where it is in Bavaria, I'm in Berlin, in September, I'm going to be doing that again. It fits to my situation, but that's not long term. From now on until the next 3 years minimum, I will be making videos. Eventually, I want to obviously turn this into something profitable, being a full-time YouTuber, but I can also use this skill set of making videos or the understanding of social media, of YouTube or perhaps TikTok and Instagram, which I will also be doing. Also SEO with my website that I also want to do, and email marketing. All of this knowledge I have learned the past years, but I've never really implemented that knowledge. You see that, of course, I was stuck in a life that I didn't really want, but on the other hand, I was lucky because I had so much time to be educating myself on that. It took me longer than I wanted to because of the procrastination and the self-sabotaging behavior, but now it's time to implement all of that. Again, after my bachelor's, probably August 2024, after that, I will again go back to my dad's and work at the cabin job for 1 year minimum, and then we'll see from there how much of a content portfolio I already have until then. Yeah, that is going to be my money plan. If by then, let's say in 3 years, I'm not a full-time YouTuber, I know I can use all of the skill set that I have acquired until then to maybe be a freelancer. Obviously, I will have to socialize a lot. And that would be kind of my plan B if I'm not a full-time content creator by then. So there you can see I don't really lay too much value on the job that I have. In the meantime, I'm building all of this up. I focus more on the situation and circumstance that job provides me. Like with the cabin job, I already told you all of the reasons. It's also because it's not mentally demanding, that if I do come back from work, I can still use the time to script. Whereas if I were in a marketing job or any other job where it requires you to think a lot, it requires your creativity. And so maybe when I do come back from that kind of work, I won't have the energy to script. Yeah, that's all what I wanted to say, my kind of money plan. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. All right.